Welcome back. Part 2, Episode 6. August 18, 2020, 3:33 a.m. Patty tried to call. Of course I'm asleep. I saw this at 7:46 a.m. when I woke up at that time. I was feeling the same way I felt yesterday morning. And I speak of this because I haven't felt this way in a very long time. I laid there for a few minutes and got out of bed. I did my morning routine and sat down to finish my juice. At 10:02 a.m., Jen messaged. She wrote, "Good morning, Aunt Em. Are you busy?" I wrote, "No." 10:04 a.m., Jen called. We talked a little bit about why she couldn't return the call today. Her dog is hurt and she needs to take her to the vet. I said, "All right, let me know later how she is." Jen said, "I will as soon as I know." We talked a few more minutes and hung up. She then messaged. She wrote, "I'm going to have to take the dog into an emergency vet. I know you have a hard time talking about the cemetery, but would you like the number to try calling?" I wrote, "No, you know I can't do that. But yeah, send that number in case." Jen wrote, "All right, I will send it. And if I can't call them today, I will call first thing tomorrow." Jen sent assistant to beep, beep, name, beep, and then a phone number. 10:48 a.m. I called Patty. We talked a little while about what had happened today with Jen and why she couldn't return the call. Patty said, "She will call tomorrow, or maybe this afternoon when she is done." I said, "Yes, I know. She said she would." Patty and I talked for a little longer and she had to go. At 11:11 a.m., I reached out to my niece Melissa to see if she had any ideas of what I could do or any opinions of what she thought. I wrote, "Hi baby, did you have a chance to look at the cemetery cover-up post? I'm wondering if you have any suggestions, any opinions, anything you can give me to do. Just checking. Let me know and we will talk soon." 11:27 a.m. I'm outside and I'm cleaning around the pool and I hear a noise over by the gate of the fence on the side of the house. I turned to look and I saw a bunny running. Well, I don't think I should say running because this little bunny was screeching through the yard. When I looked and saw it, it ran under the sandbags piled up along the fence line. I thought, man, I need my camera. Then I stood there a moment and said, "I love you, my angels." Megan was born and passed on Easter. Was it her? Sending me another sign? I like to think so. Later this afternoon, Madison asked me, "Do you have the letter Jen is sending? Can you copy it if you do?" I said, "No, I don't have it, but I can get it." Madison has offered to send emails to help us. I will have to get the email list from Jen to let Madison use it. Thank you, Madison, for your offer. I told Madison, "On that letter, you might have to change the phone number on it." She said, "All right, I will." At 1:54 p.m., I messaged Jen. I wrote, "What's going on with little lady dog?" Jen wrote, "We are waiting outside of the vet, waiting for them to have a room available for her. The only way I could get her seen by a regular vet was to walk in, but because of COVID, we had to wait in our cars." I wrote, "Is she going to be all right?" Jen wrote, "I really hope so." I wrote, "I'm saying prayers for her." 3:27 p.m., Madison sent an email to beep, beep, and I really hope someone takes notice and wants to help. Madison said, "You might want to ask Jen for the list of emails." I said, "I will, but I can't right now because she's at the vet with her dog. But I will remember to message her later and ask her for it." 5:54 p.m., my friend Lisa called to talk for a while. We talked a little bit about what had happened today, and she said, have Madison make an email page so you can send emails and have her get it with a send receipt. Then you can see when they read it. I said, all right, good idea. Her and I talked a little longer while she got ready for work, and while I was on the phone with her, Patty messaged. 6:23 p.m. Patty wrote, send me the name of who you want me to call. I love you. Do not give up hope. Do not give up on this. Realize you are giving it your all, and others are backing you. I wrote, I'm exhausted from all the setbacks all the time. But one thing for sure, I'm not giving up, with or without anyone. After I was done messaging Patty while talking with Lisa, I messaged Jen. 9:07 p.m. I messaged Jen. I wrote, hi baby, hope the dog is getting better and all is well. Are you going to make the call in the morning? Let me know. Jen wrote, yes, I'm going to call at about 10 or 11 a.m. I wrote, all right, thank you. I love you and let me know when you're done. And have a good night. I finished talking to Lisa until she went into work and we hung up. August 19, 2020. Oh my gosh, what a night. I could not sleep. I laid there and tossed and turned. I had a disrupted day yesterday and it weighed on me heavily. I prayed I could go to sleep, and I think I did for about an hour or two. My phone dinged as if I had a message. It's Lisa. My phone dinged again and it's Patty. 5:15 a.m. Patty message. She wrote, I know you are feeling frustrated and near exhaustion from the cemetery deal. I have been there with identity theft, but since laws were kinda in place, I got the attention finally from the state. You are on the right path with injustice, but no laws to speak of. If we could find a law that was broken, that would be the other ticket to move forward. In all your papers from your attorney, can you find what law he was going to cite or mention? Also remember, the world is trying to adjust to staying alive, keeping their kids alive, and trying not to go bonkers. Anxiety's at an all-time high, as we have never lived like this in all the living. No one will share the same exact passion as you. People avoided me as they were sick of me talking about it, and it hurt greatly. I did not notice until my family members told me, and that hurt also. I pray you catch a break and you will get the help from someone from up high. I know you feel as if you are spinning your wheels to get nowhere, but silently, something could be stirring around you without you knowing. Step back, before this takes away your sanity. Enjoy your pool in Madison. It will unfold as it's meant to. I'm here to help, but the only thing I can think of is for you to answer my question. What law was that lawyer sneaking under, other than outright bullshit handling from the corrupt cemetery? It will happen, but you cannot force it to happen. Sure, keep trying, and not let it ruin your life. You are meant to live. It's not like you have a statute of limitations. You do not have that from what I can tell. So even if it does not unfold until a year, it can still happen. If God intends for it to happen, and in my heart I feel God is letting it happen, but I truly feel the timing is off. I'm near exhaustion from trying to recoup my daily chores and try to stay away from places with COVID and trying to figure out how to see my dad and keep up with family and friends and take care of Rick. But I'm still trying to figure out how to help you. Sometimes you have to take a step back to get a fresh perspective. Then maybe a new approach will pop up. I love you. and we will get there, M, wherever there is. 9:38 a.m., Jen messaged. She wrote, I'm on the phone with the representative assistant now. She called me. I wrote, all right, good. Jen wrote, she has me on hold trying to find out a couple of things. I wrote, all right, make sure you take notes to remember everything she says. Jen wrote, I am. 9:49 a.m., Jen called. We talked for about an hour and 45 minutes. We talked about what the lady told her, and she told me what she said. She said, this morning I told the girls that I have to make a phone call and it needs to be quiet so I can talk. Jen said, I got my clipboard with the folder of notes and paperwork and I pulled up the Facebook cemetery cover-up page so I would be ready. As I sat down, the phone rang and it was the lady. She called me. I said, wow, that's good she called you back, don't you think? Jen said, yes. So we started talking and I told her everything. When I was on hold when I messaged you, she went to ask for some advice or talk to someone that could help or tell us what to do. I said, oh, wow. She said she was advised to tell us to contact the city. Jen said, I told her we have already done that. We have sent letters, we have written newspaper articles, and it gets us nowhere. The lady said, wow. Jen told her some more of the story and how the pictures were proof on the Facebook cemetery cover-up post, and how she had played with the differences in the pictures for months. The lady asked her, do you know the cemetery? Jen said, I have never stepped foot in the cemetery, but my aunt has been doing this for the past 5 years, and after they dug up under the headstone, she realized she couldn't do it by herself no more. So I offered, and we worked on this, and every time I would look at pictures, it was like playing the game of find the differences. And if you look at the case on the Facebook cover-up, cemetery cover-up post, we are hoping others will see it too. We want it fixed. That's all she wanted from the beginning. And then they pulled what they pulled. She said, what about the Bible? Jen said, well, the Bible was found in the casket under Megan's headstone. But under the headstone was not where we buried Megan. And if you look at the case, you can clearly see things are not right and they don't look right. She said, wow, I can't imagine what this lady is going through. Jen said, well, my aunt can tell you the story up until when they dug up the headstone on November 26, 2019. And then she breaks down and she's an emotional wreck. The lady said, I'm sending an email to Senator beep, beep. Jen said, all right. Jen and her talked some more, and then the lady said, I'm sending the email to all of the Senate. Jen said, all right, thank you. The lady said, keep doing what you're doing. Tell your aunt to keep doing what she's doing. Jen thanked her and they hung up. I asked Jen, the phone call, how do you think it went? I said, on a scale from 1 to 10, what would you rate it? Jen said, I think the phone call was like a 7, but the conversation was a 10. I said, really? Well, that's good. I told Jen thank you and I appreciate all that she's doing. I said, keep sending emails, send to the judges. We talked a little more and then we hung up. I'm so happy that the call came through. Jen didn't have to call, but the lady called back, and I'm so happy for that. Jen did say, too, that she didn't think this was going to be the last time she heard from the representative. I said, really? She said, yeah. I said, wow. 12:18 p.m., my niece Melissa messaged. She wrote, hey, I did take a look at that, but I need some more time to spend on it. At this time, I'm not really sure what to do. It's very frustrating. Other than continuing to blow up the media or get people to rally around it, I really don't know. And I'm so sorry you are having to go through this. It's completely ridiculous. By the way, I'm sorry for a late response. Outside of all this, how are you doing? How is your health? I wrote, "Oh, baby, I sent you that message with no hurry for you to respond. Don't ever worry about that. Yes, I know it's frustrating and should have never gone this far. And I will continue to rally around the media. I got good news this morning. A representative called and she listened and said she has sent an email to a senator. When she heard some more of the story, she said she was going to send it to all of Senate. So yes, pray, pray, pray they don't sweep it under the rug. But it's been told, and I hope someone, anyone, everyone helps. I'm trying to take care of myself while carrying this 500-pound boulder. The weight is heavy, but I've got to do this. I can't let it go. They need to make it right and admit what they did and tell us. My gosh, it has to be over sooner, and I know it will all work out in its own time. But so much time has already passed and nothing. And that's what's so tough about it, is there's nothing. I love you, baby, and keep us in your prayers for a big, strong angel to appear and get this done. Thank you, and you have a good day. And anytime you have any ideas, I would like to hear them. 1:13 p.m. A friend came by to visit, and a thought came to me about something I thought about last night. And I told him, the day after they dug up where the headstone was, my attorney called and was screaming at me, more or less because I wasn't siding with what he was saying. And because I had sent an email at 10:30 something that night, he was screaming at me, wanting me to come into the office to discuss the matter. And then he said, "Emily, I got to take this call." He was getting a call. He said, "It's Nancy from the funeral home." I said, "Oh, it is? I messaged her last night too." He said, "Oh, you did?" I said, "Yes, I did. I sent her an email and told her not to move forward with the cremation." He said, "All right, talk to you soon." When we hung up, I thought, now how does Nancy know to call Matt? I didn't mention to Nancy ever about an attorney to get the headstone dug up. I told Nancy at the funeral home that we were wanting to exhume Megan because we were leaving state and wanted to take her with the family. And no mention to Nancy of an attorney. And for some reason, Nancy knew of Matt. So a lot of emotions run through me when I'm thinking and replaying all of this in my mind. The more I think, the more I realize more proof of how dirty they played out to be. But, as I have said from the beginning, I know what I know to be true, and it was their choice to say they cut down a tree and point at an area in a totally different spot than where the tree should have stood, and me knowing there was never a tree there. That's what caught my attention at the beginning of all this, besides knowing for a fact the flood waters flooded the cemetery and moved the headstones. I knew then they were up to something. So that's when I decided to get the pictures out and investigate what I could. And I told myself then, I'm not giving up on this until this is fixed. And that's where I stood, and I'm still here. 4:34 p.m. I messaged Jen. I wrote, "Hi, baby. I want to say thank you and let you know you did a good job this morning. I'm so proud of you and thank you so much. When you get some quiet time, you might want to read and reread the timeline and the letters, so if you get any calls, you will know. Thank you so much again." Jen wrote, "You are welcome, and I will go through everything." I wrote, "All right, baby, and thank you. And you already know, and I am so proud of you." 5:52 p.m. My friend Lisa called. She's calling to ask if I'm all right, talked with me for a while. While on the phone with her, she asked, "So are you okay from yesterday?" I said, "Yeah, I am. I'm okay, but I think I needed to know the outcome and it wasn't happening and I had a meltdown." Madison said in the background, "No one can blame her for breaking down." Lisa heard her say that, and Lisa said, "Yeah, she needed to let it out. And no, no one should blame her." Thank you, Madison. August 20th, 2020, 1:09 p.m. Patty called. She called to see how I was. I said, "I'm good. I'm sending letters, Madison's sending emails, and I'm going to hang by the pool for a little while." She said, "Good for you. Are you doing well?" I said, "I am. I'm doing good. I'm staying busy and getting things done." She said, "All right, I'm going to lay around and not really do anything, so if you need me, you can call." I said, "All right, thank you, and you and Rick have a good day." We said our goodbyes. 7:28 p.m. Madison, Zoe, and I went to the cemetery. When Madison pulled in, I noticed the grass was cut. I said to Zoe and Madison, "They mowed the grass. Are Megan's flowers still there?" Madison and Zoe laughed a little, and Madison said, "Well, as soon as we can get to where we can see the flowers, I will let you know." We were laughing. I said, "All right, I just don't think I can take it if they remove them." Madison looked. She said, "Yes, Megan's flowers are still there." Zoe said, "They're still there." I said, "They're still there?" Zoe shook her head, yes. I was happy about that, and I said, "Thank you. Thank you, City of Beep." Madison drove toward Wyatt. We sat to talk to him for a little while. Madison pulled around the corner, driving toward Megan. As she was pulling around, I said, "I hope they weeded it." Madison said, "They did." I said, "Oh, good." She pulled up to Megan, and I took some pictures, as I always do when I come out. After a while of visiting with Megan, Madison pulled away, and we left the cemetery. Gosh, I'm still feeling a little uneasy because of the day I had. But I know one thing for certain. I just have to keep moving, dragging, gasping, and taking one step at a time. And I know that. I wish it would get easier. I really hope that we can get the help we need. God be with us. August 21st, 2020, 9:01 a.m. I receive a message. It is Lisa, and she is checking in on me, and I thanked her for checking in. I'm going to get the first part of this book and the pictures numbered, then put it together, and if anyone wants to help, yes, I will take the help. Thank you. 5:38 p.m. I sent Lisa a copy of both letters because she has offered to copy some and then send them to me, and I appreciate all the help. Thank you, girl. God, I know at times, more than enough times, I have been so darn emotional throughout all of this. But one thing for sure, I'm so grateful. August 22nd, 2020, 7:33 p.m. My sister Susie called. She wanted me to know she's going to write some letters. We talked for about an hour or so about other things, and then we said our goodbyes. While I was talking to her, I was looking for information of the governor, senator, and representatives for the states surrounding. Beep. I wrote them down on paper with their addresses, email addresses, and/or fax numbers with the telephone numbers of most of them. Madison and Zoe are going to help me put the letters in the envelopes tomorrow so we can start sending them this week. And to the ones that are helping and have been helping, I appreciate it all. August 23rd, 2020. I'm printing off copies of the letters to get them stuffed in the envelopes. I'm doing 20 of each for now. I can do more if I need to. My friend Lisa is also copying letters to be able to send them out too. Thank you, my friend. 3:48 p.m. Madison and Zoe left to go get some more envelopes. I'm so proud of how they take over and help. Thank you, girls. 7:38 p.m. I start addressing envelopes and putting the letters inside. I did get 26 of them done. When I finished, it was 9:40 p.m. I had to copy some more letters off, and I just thought if I copy more, I can send a little more later in the week or start again next week and send more. Then I will start resending. August 24, 2020. I'm up this morning having good thoughts, staying positive and wanting Jen to know how much I appreciate her. So I wrote her a message on the cemetery cover-up post. I wrote, Jennifer, wanted to let you know you were doing an excellent job and I appreciate it all. Let's keep moving forward. Today also I'm getting the rest of the letters done and putting some in the mail this week and some next week, little by little. We need help. 12:54 p.m. I called my brother John. We talked a little while, and as we talked and I was listening to what he was saying, and I said to him, John, are you listening to me? I need to tell you this, and I don't know why I think this, but at this moment, I feel God gave me this cemetery case to make me believe in him. And I do. John said, I'm going to tell you, someone will help you with the cemetery case. I said, I hope so. John kind of encourages me in the right way. We talked a little longer. We said our goodbyes. 7:40 p.m. I finished stuffing all the envelopes. When I was done, I had 46 envelopes stuffed with the letters. I stuffed another 20 tonight. I'm hopeful they will be read, and hopefully any one of them will read it and will want to help. Please. August 25th, 2020, 2:11 p.m. Madison sat down to send some emails to different people. Jen did send her the list. She found one more email address, but she did find 3 mailing addresses. So if they don't have an email address, I will be more than happy to send a letter through the mail. Thank you, baby. 2:14 p.m. She sent an email to the one. Then she looked up a judge's name, and she did find an email address for her too. So at 2:18 p.m., Madison sent an email to a judge. After she was done, I copied off 3 copies of each page of the letter, and I will send those 3 out also. 5:18 p.m., I did finish the 3 letters today. They are ready to be mailed. 6:57 p.m., Zoe, Madison, and I went to the cemetery. I took pictures, of course. The green aura was still really strong. It was in every picture. It's been in pictures more than once or twice. In fact, the green dot moves in the pictures. It was in a different spot in every picture. And I just thought, wow. I thanked Wyatt and Megan I talked to Wyatt and Megan for a little bit, Then we left the cemetery. On my drive home, I thought about the great orders. Just odd to me. It is beyond trying to tell me something. 9:11 p.m. Madison took 12 letters to the post office. After buying the postage for each letter, she dropped them in the box at 9:26 p.m. And I'm praying that these letters will help and work. Dear God, help someone, any one of them to help, and to help with all their heart to get it fixed. Thank you. Amen. August 26, 2020, 12:38 p.m. I sent Patty some pictures from the cemetery yesterday evening. I sent her 5 pictures, and every one of them had a green aura in it. I wrote, "Hey, we went to the cemetery yesterday evening and took some pictures. Look at the green aura again. Tell me what you see it's doing. It's just wow to me." I messaged Jen to check in with her at 2:23 p.m. "Hi, baby. Is everyone doing all right? Madison said she loves you all. We sent out some letters again yesterday, so in case you hear from anyone, are you still sending and resending? Keep on, and thank you, and I love you lots." Jen wrote, "We are all doing good. I'm sending and resending. I keep looking for more people to send it to. We love you and Maddie, and you know you don't have to thank me." 3:01 p.m. Patty wrote, "It's leading you into an area of ground. I'm very tired today, I guess because I have been worrying a lot lately. What do you see in the orb?" It's a real orb, all right. I was not able to reply to Patty's message, so I will message her later. August 27, 2020, 12:03 p.m. I messaged Patty. I wrote, "Yes, it is. To me, it's in different locations all in the same time frame of the pictures. It moves locations as I take the pictures. But you rest. You, my friend, are going to have to stop all that. Don't stress over what we can't control. All we can do is pray, pray, pray. I'm so happy you weren't hit by the hurricane, but like Madison says, we just never know." Patty wrote, "We are okay. So if the orb was happening at the same time, you have multiple entities. If you would have spun around taking pictures, you probably had some around you. Be safe." I wrote, "Yes, the auras were in different spots. I told Madison the next time we go out there, she can take a picture of the same view, and I will do the same, then see if there are auras in the pictures and in mine, or just one or the other. Just curious." Patty wrote, "Those are multiple spirits. Love you, M. Let's keep praying for each other, girl." I wrote, "I am, yes, always. I have 12 more letters to mail, so I will do that." Madison stamped and mailed 12 more letters out. "Thank you, baby, for all your help. Bless us to get with the help with the letters going out. Bless someone to come to us, and I know I sound like a broken record at times, and I don't need to stress, but we do need the help." August 29, 2020. It's such a gloomy day. It looks as though it's going to rain. The humidity is high, so it feels hotter than what it is. It's a kind of blah day. At 1:11 p.m., I said a prayer. "Dear God, give me a sign of what needs to be done next. Where do I go next? What should I do? Am I doing what I should be doing? Should I be doing more? Dear God, bless me to know I'm doing all I can right now. Amen." 10:25 a.m. Madison left to mail 12 more letters. This is a day I felt I needed to do something, anything. Mailing 12 letters made me feel good, like I have been accomplishing something. 10:41 a.m. Madison dropped the letters in the box. She is now on her way back home. Thank you, Madison. There is now 13 more letters needing to be mailed. I will wait until Monday, the 31st of August. Bless one of the people, two of the people, any one of the people to help. August 30th, 2020, 3:02 a.m. Lisa message. She wrote, "Hey, I can't get those to print. This is how it's printing, Can you send me an original in the mail so I can make copies? I think it would be easier." And she sent a picture. "See how it's printing off? Thank you, or see if Madison can email it to me." 10:05 a.m. I tried to send it again. I wrote, "That's the first letter." 10:21 a.m. I wrote, "Okay, I think we sent them through email. Not sure though." 11:44 a.m. Lisa wrote, "All right, cool. I tried sorting on them and I couldn't get them to print separately." I wrote, "Did it come through in your email?" Lisa wrote, "That is from the email. So you sent it from the phone? It says the same thing." I wrote, "Oh, wow. Okay. That's okay. You tried. Thank you anyway, and it was nice for you to try. Are you working tonight? Have a great day." Lisa wrote, "Yes. Print the original and please send it to me, okay?" I wrote, "Yes, I will send it to you, if not today, tomorrow for sure. I will let you know when it's in the mail." 4:04 p.m. Madison and I, with my great-grandson, went to the cemetery. Megan's flowers are still there, but it looks so sad. The flowers in that area are Megan's. I took few pictures. I have an uneasy feeling for some reason today. I get so emotional. It's already hard enough losing my babies, but then to have to go through this. And in the past, more than 5 years ago, and it's tough. Sometimes it's so tough that my thoughts get a little out there, and I do not like that. Why did they do this? Why? God, we deserve better than that, the way they treat the dead. It's so disrespectful. Tomorrow's a new week. Bless someone who wants to help to call Jen. August 31st, 2020. It's been a blah kind of day. Why am I feeling this way? At times I wake up with a bad feeling in my gut, and other times I wake up with the feeling of being at peace. I do not like the bad feelings. 2:47 p.m. I messaged Jen. I wrote, "Good afternoon. I gotta ask if you have found any movie stars' email or addresses. Someone told me to try beep. Will you? Only when you have the extra time, look for the information on her. And maybe beep, beep. Thank you, baby, and I love you lots." Jen wrote, "I will look those up this evening. I have still been looking, but I have not really had any luck on replies." I wrote, "I know, just keep sending and resending to the ones you do have. I believe someone will get back to us. I'm sending out letters all this week. I have sent out 49 letters to the surrounding states, and I will be sending more. We got to keep sending, and in the meantime, writing laws and getting it in the courtroom." Jen wrote, "We will keep going until we get help." I wrote, "All right, good." After I talked with Jen, I felt better. Knowing she's with me until the end gives me a little bit of security. It is and has been raining off and on today. I know in my heart the cemetery is flooded. I will go out to visit tomorrow. September 1st, 2020, 6:57 a.m. I woke up this morning with a bad gut feeling yet again. My gut feeling is telling me to get all my medications together. It was a weird feeling. Why, is my thought. I laid there and fell back to sleep. I woke up at 8 a.m. to feel a feeling of peace. I felt good. I thought, okay, let me have this. Let me feel good. I will take it. 1:23 p.m. Jen called. When I saw her name come up on the phone, my first thought was, did she hear from someone? Then I thought, I hope everyone's all right. I answered. She said, "Hello?" I said, "Hello, what are you doing, baby?" She said, "I'm waiting on an important call at 3:30, but I wanted to call and tell you this." She said, Beep, beep from the Senate's office called me. Senator Beep's office. I got quiet for a moment and then I said, "All right," and I started to cry. Jen was quiet. Jen said, "She asked me about our case for the cemetery, and I explained it, and she said she could not believe that this has happened. She said she's putting it on a list to hopefully get a bill passed to make a natural disaster law in beep to help us, and she didn't understand how something like this has ever come to their attention. She said that she would contact us if she needed any more information or help making a plan to bring it in front of the Senate. She also said it could take a while to get it passed, but it's something that needed to be in place." Jen said too that the lady asked if she needed to talk with us, can she contact us? And Jen said yes. Jen told her about the day they dug under the headstone. The casket was open, it was full of water, and they dumped it out on the ground. And my aunt has been sitting at home since November, not knowing for sure if the ashes she has are her granddaughter. The lady said, "Wow, I can't imagine what she's going through." Jen told her, "My aunt has been working on this, and no one seems to want to get it fixed." Jen said, "The lady was writing down all the information." Jen said too, "The whole case is on the Facebook cemetery cover-up post, and you can look at it if you need help to make laws from it." The lady said, "All right." And when they were done talking, Jen called me. I listened and I told her, "All right, thank you, baby. Thank you so much." After Jen and I were done talking about it all, of course, I'm emotional. We talked about other things and then hung up. When I hung up, I felt my body going into an anxious, happy mode, and I couldn't breathe. I had to lay down. I tried to keep my thoughts together, and I was replaying it all in my mind. I laid there a little bit longer and got up to try to feel better. It takes so much out of me when I'm feeling so many emotions. God be with me. Madison and I went to the cemetery, and I went to see Wyatt first. Although when I went by to see Megan's area from the other side of the cemetery, I could see Megan's flowers were still there, and I'm happy to see that. After visiting with Wyatt and telling him thank you, my angels, I drove up to Megan's area and I took a few pictures, and I noticed again Megan's flowers are the only flowers there. I told her thank you, and I told them both I love you, my angels, and watch over us and help us to get this done. I drove out of the cemetery. A little while later, we made it home. I laid around for a little while. I needed it. That news, I think, took a lot out of me. As and when I talk to certain people, it wears me out. Keep praying for us. Have a good night. God, I hope I'm okay through all of this. A thought came to mind. So the lady said that us, as citizens, can write the laws, but usually you need someone to back you. So she told Jennifer that she has this on a list and she was taking it to legislation, and asked if she needed to talk to us, can she contact us? And Jen, of course, said yes. So I think the call went well. September 2nd, 2020, 12:11 p.m., my brother John called to make sure I'm all right. I told him, yes, I am. We talked a little while, and then a little bit later we hung up. 4:52 p.m., everyone keep us in your thoughts and prayers. Thank you. 7:20 p.m., Lisa called, and I had missed her call because I was outside enjoying the cool breeze sitting on the patio. 7:50 p.m., when I came back inside the house, I called her back. She was calling to check on me, and we talked for a while until she was ready to leave to go to work. I told her to have a good night and be safe and careful. Thank you for talking to me and listening to me. Lisa said, all right, and you know, any time. You have a good night, and I will talk to you tomorrow." We hung up. While Lisa and I were talking, she reminded me of how I need to think positive. And I do, and I know I do. I told her, though, every now and then I need to know I'm not alone. She encouraged me. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you to all that's been helping in one way or another. 8:52 p.m. to 8:55 p.m., Madison sent a picture of Wyatt and a picture of Megan. She has driven to the cemetery. I guess she needs to go to see them. She has done this a couple times before. I feel bad because I know Madison is suffering through this too. She knows this is hurting me and it hurts her. Thank you, Madison, for the pictures. September 3rd, 2020. When I woke up, I had a second guess how I was feeling, but I'm not going to sink into any kind of depression. I'm trying to stay strong, strong-minded, strong-willed, and I'm trying hard. When I got out of bed, I felt better. I felt less stressed. I felt like, okay, it just may be a good day, and I hope it is. 10:19 a.m., Patty called. She's checking on me. We talked for about 30 minutes and we hung up. I'm now getting my day started, and I will sit down later to find more addresses to send letters to. Just seems like I have to keep doing something that will help. Wish us luck. 12:10 p.m. I messaged Jen. I wrote, "Good afternoon, baby. When you are not busy, will you write to me the conversation you had with the woman the other day? I'm so excited to hear we got someone to help draft laws in place. I was trying to think of everything you told me, and well, you know, that's why I'm asking. I'm copying letters today and I'm going to send them, most likely the first part of the week. This week some will be getting their letters, so I figured that would give me time to read and then send some more out. Then I will send and then resend. I love you and thank you for everything. Oops, sorry. And one more thing. Did you find her name?" Jen wrote, "I will type it up later this evening or tomorrow. I found her name because it was on the caller ID on my phone. I checked with her to make sure everything was all right. They were all good." 1:50 p.m. Lisa called to check on me, and I appreciate her doing that. Thank you, girl. I told her Madison had mailed the gold envelope to her. We talked for a little bit while I was cleaning up the patio from all the rain we've had over the past few days. She's off work tonight, so she said she would call me later, and we let each other go. I finished cleaning the patio to get in the pool and enjoy it a little bit in the sun. I really enjoy the time to get to spend with Madison. After we got out of the pool, I made dinner, and it was a nice surprise to receive a message from my niece. I love this girl. She always seems to amaze me. 5:26 p.m. Melissa wrote, "Hey, so me and Jason were talking about this stuff you were going through with Megan's grave. Detroit, beep, beep, News has a division called beep, beep. They go out and investigate problems and sometimes televise issues. But even if they don't choose to put your story on TV, excuse me, they will help you get it resolved. I'm wondering if Beep City has something similar. I just looked on their website and they have Fox Beep Investigates and Beep, 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 Beep. Not sure if they are the same thing or not. Do you ever watch Fox News?" I wrote, "Aw, that's so nice of you both for the advice, and I wish I could get that attention from someone like that. But I have talked to a man on Beep, 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 Beep with Beep, Beep, and he had me send some information and pictures, and it's so sad, but I never heard from him again. and these representatives of our states and senators, and yes, I had heard back from one, then to be ignored. I put it in the newspaper, ignored, although at this time I have gotten encouragement of advice, and that's why I'm where I'm at right now. And of course, I've been around and around with the city, and you probably know, like, they don't like me. But I cannot let them get away with this, and I'm not going to, baby. Thank you so much, you and Jason. I also sent out 49 more letters to senators, governors, and representatives in the surrounding states of beep this past week. In fact, some should be getting theirs. Keep your fingers crossed. Yes, I need the attention. Hell yes. 8:25 p.m. Jen sent me a message about the question I had asked her earlier, and it was already what I thought she had said, so I didn't have to change much. I wrote, "Thank you, baby. Prayers said to get this done." September 4th, 2020. My day has been busy, but easy thinking. I need my mind to rest sometimes. 3:22 p.m. I went outside to spend some time outside in the sun, some of that natural vitamin D. I even got in the pool for a little while. The weather is perfect today. As I was floating on my body raft, I saw a butterfly. It flew around in circles in front of me, then landed, and its wings closed, standing tall. I watched it and replied, "I love you, my angels." I watched it for a minute or two, and I'm still keeping an eye on the butterfly when I said, "Thank you, Megan." The butterfly opened its wings, then closed them. I giggled a bit and said, "Thank you, Wyatt." The butterfly opened its wings again. I was amazed at what I was visioning. The butterfly stood there, and as he closed his wings again, Madison came out the sliding glass window, and I said to her quietly, "Come here, take a picture of the butterfly." She did. She went back in the house, and I continued to float, watching the butterfly. A few minutes later, it flew in a circle, and I got out of the pool, and as I walked by it, it was flying around to the side of me. I said, "I love you, my angels," and walked on. The butterfly flew away. Butterflies mean someone from heaven is around you. So I named some of the ones I know in heaven. I even said thank you to a high school friend. Thank you. Beep, beep. I dried off and went into the house. 5:10 p.m. I copied 20 more pages of each page of the letter to page 3. Then I ran out of paper. I will get some tomorrow and finish printing these pages. This is the letter I have been sending to anyone and everyone. I guess I feel I need to keep sending. I appreciate the 2 calls we have gotten, but we can't give in to that. We need to keep moving forward, keep pushing this forward. I will get some more envelopes addressed to the ones I did not send to the first time. Then I will resend over and over to all of them again and again. 10:42 p.m. My friend Lisa called. We talked about what we did today, and then we talked about the cemetery case. I was telling her a little bit more about what the lady told Jen, and I said, "Jen will have to go with me. I will need her to be my voice. I'm Megan's voice, but I need others to be my voice. I mean, she is my granddaughter." Lisa said, "Oh, I know." She said, "Have you thought of going in front of Congress?" I said, "I have. I have thought about it all along the way. I don't want to, have to, but I will need someone with me if I do need to." I said, "Jen said she will go with me." Lisa said, "I'm going with you too." I said, "You are? You will?" Lisa said, "Yes, I'm going to sit on the other side of you." As I was taking the conversation in and consuming it, I thought, wow, I'm so grateful for people on my side. September 5th, 2020, 10:27 a.m. Patty called. She was checking to see if I had heard anything. I said no. She said that used to piss me off, waiting to hear something. I said, yeah, not yet. We talked a few minutes longer, then we said our goodbyes. I also talked with my brother John and my friend Lisa. 3:23 p.m. I copied the other pages to 7-page letter. I put the letter pages together and paper clipped it together. As I got an address I can send a letter. I still have some more addresses I have to send to on my list from the first set of letters. So Madison said she will help me tomorrow to do that. Thank you, Madison. 7:03 p.m. Lisa called again. We talked for hours. My gosh, we talked about everything. I asked her, I said, I need help to write the law or laws that we will need to get approved into law. Lisa said, we will have to mandate the laws of what we need. I'm sure how to write it, but we can look it up to see how. We talked until 10:30 p.m. and we said goodnight. Thank you for listening. If you have any comments or questions, you can email me at lowercase letters Emily McMahon, EmilymcMahan 208 @gmail.com. Stay kind with your words. Thank you.